Coming up on the Champion of Champions, reigning champion Bot from the Blue, reigning War of Independence champion Razer, 3 times champion Revolutionist, the second war champion Chaos 2, the 5th war champion Storm 3, the reigning world champion Axor, the 4th war champion Hefty, and the 6th war champion Challenger. We are about to unleash robotic hell because, for the first time in 20 years, we hand over the arena to our very best robots from across all series and all specials. Tonight, right here, right now, the battle to become the Grand Champion of all champions begins. We may be about to unleash the champions of the war zone, but without doubt the champions of the arena in the house return. Dead Metal is back with his serrated saw and nasty pincers to slice and dice. Shunt may be the lightest, but he makes up for that with his axe and fearsome scoop. Sergeant Bash is on patrol and ready for action, sir, with his flamethrower. Waltzing Matilda, she's back on patrol with her deadly flywheel and nasty tusks. And the Knight of the Realm, Sir Killalot, watches over the arena, not forgetting Growler, the pet pooch that guards the gates of hell. His master, Mr. Psycho, weighing over 3/4 of a ton. Beware champions, our champions of the arena are on fierce patrol. Oh yes, it's a pleasure to welcome back these ferocious mechanical fighting machines. But the real question I'm sure on all of your mind is, who are our champion of champions? It's time to unleash and introduce. From Nottingham, Revolutionist. Was there anyone else in mind when you thought of champion of champions? Revolutionist has won 3 wars, not forgetting the All-Stars win all the way back in Extreme 1. That's right, Revolutionist is 20 years old. Oh my goodness me. We've seen Revolutionist morph into what it is today, winning of course the 1st war, the 3rd war, and most recently the 7th war against Disco Inferno. You want a champion, you want a veteran, it doesn't get any better than this. From the oldest champion in Series 1 to the most recent champion in Series 8, the 8th Wars, Bot from the Blue returns completely fresh, not having lost a single fight across its entire career. How will it do in the Champion of Champions? And in the 8th War, it burst onto the screen. It flipped Storm 3, it flipped the House Robots, it flipped Onslaught. In its second round, it flipped BattleBot in an awkward position out the arena, and Storm just fell out. Not forgetting the quickest fight we've ever seen against Revolutionist of Champion competitors. Wouldn't revenge be sweet if they did meet? Wheelie Big Cheese flew out. Not forgetting Witch Doctor in the grand final, and for the first time ever, flipped Dead Metal. The champion returns. From Ipswich, Chaos 2. Chaos 2 has won just about everything there is to offer in Robot Wars. It started all the way back in the very first All-Stars tournament when it won 20 years ago. Since then, it's won the Against the Flipper, the Second War, and All-Stars Series 2, defeating Firestorm in that All-Stars first clash. Then, Against the Flipper, defeated Pussycats in the final, only just. It was a very, very close fight, even escaping Refbot, but triumphed in the end. It then came back a year later to win the second series and defeat Revolutionist in the grand final, before beating Revolutionist again in the All-Stars Crunch. From Hastings, Hefty. Hefty peaks back in the New Blood between Series 2 and 3. 18 years ago. Yes, that's right. Hefty is one of the oldest robots competing today, winning the New Blood and of course beating Revolutionist in the grand final of Series 4. It defeated Cassius in the New Blood. It then returned for the Third Wars, ranked 7th in the tournament, but lost to Razer in the Heat final, but returned on its epic adventure and win to winning the title of Robot Wars, the 4th Wars Grand Champion.
From Suffolk, Storm 3.
Debuting in the second series, Storm 3 has had a triumphant career across the whole tournament. Never failed to reach the semi-finals since the second series, going on to win the 5th war, and this is how it defeated Forklift's Revenge in the 5th war. Yes, 16 years ago. Ridiculous. It defended its crown back in Series 6, coming runner-up, losing to the eventual champion Challenger. But this was the peak of Storm's career.
From Bournemouth, Razer.
Probably the most unlikeliest champion of champion competitors you will see tonight, because you ask yourself, did Razer actually ever win a tournament in our series? Well, it did. It won the War of Independence in Extreme Series 3, and not forgetting its experience across the entire series. Of course, coming through to the semi-finals in Series 3, but this was its peak, winning the War of Independence, destroying Tombstone in the final and winning. And don't forget, it came runner-up in the International League tournament, losing out to Gravity in the final.
From Surrey, Axor.
Axor may never have escaped the heats, but its crowning glory was winning the World Championship. Yes, Axor still are the reigning World Champions after 18 years. The longest defense of a crown and trophy we've ever had. And this was its appearance, once again defeating Gravity in the final. Gravity hot off the heels of winning the International League Championship. Axor was far too strong.
From Boolin, Dorset, Challenger.
And last but by no means least, competing tonight for the Champion of Champions slot, Challenger, the 6th War Grand Champion. One of the best flippers we have ever seen. And its run to the 6th Wars Grand Final ended when it defeated Storm 2 in dramatic style. Of course, Storm defending its crown, leading to Challenger challenging all comers and ending on top. Well, it's going to be a dramatic competition. They've all been drawn out of the hat randomly. It's going to be a straight knockout tournament for round 1, and this is the lineup. But from the Blue versus Razer, Revolutionist and Challenger, there's a grudge match there. Chaos 2 and Hefty, repeat match from Series 4. But first, it's the 5th Wars champion Storm 3 versus the reigning world champions Axor.
Robots, stand by.
As ever, we have 2 house robots patrolling. Sir Killalot is back in the arena. Alongside Sir Killalot is the deadly Dead Metal.
3, 2, 1. Action.
Well, I have to say, we are now officially back in business for the Champion of Champion fights. Oh yes, Killalot now coming in and getting all the close-up action here now from Storm 2, Storm 3 even now. Of course, it's had 3 incarnations. By far the best, of course, was when Storm 2 was Storm 2 back in Series 5 and 6, and the flames look on there, burning, ready for a Roboteer to glance and glide over potentially. We are, of course, in the classic arena with the flipper and the pit. Refbot looking on, ready to count down and immobilise a competitor. But at the moment, toing and throwing Axor here now against Storm 3, putting up a good fight, and a storm is well and truly brewing. But at the moment, the axe of Axor here is doing all of the damage here. They're spying here from Dead Metal's camera as the trying to pick up the carcass of Storm 3, because I think the storm has dissipated. It's just turned into a gentle summer's breeze. Refbot coming in now to have a closer look at Storm 3, who seems to have just been completely annihilated, split in half. And look, the countdown of Refbot now nears its end, and this is a dramatic first fight I was not expecting this. Okay, yes, Axor are the reigning world champions, but since we saw them lift the crown all those years ago, they've not really had much success, which is why, of course, we've invited them to the Champion of Champions, because we knew they'd put up this kind of a performance. But would you have believed it would have been against Storm 3 in the drop zone? That's how we like to finish an eliminator.
Cease.
On your head, Storm 3. Biff. Lovely. Well, if that's as about dramatic as we're going to get tonight, I doubt it is going to be, though, because look at the fights yet to come. Storm 3, okay, it was brief, but that's the end of your road. Chaos 2 and Hefty next in the arena. What are you doing, Bash? Get back to your corner. That's right, we're not ready to start yet. Oh, it's fantastic to see. Of course, there is the Sergeant ready to destroy with the flamethrower, and the Master of Mayhem, Sir Kilowatt.
Robot ears, stand by.
Here we go, second fight.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Now cast your mind back. Of course, these are both champions, but if you cast your mind back to the eliminator fights of the grand final battle of Series 4, and of course they met, Hefty winning their match, going on to defeat, of course, Revolutionist in the Fourth Wars grand final. Chaos 2 here now then is looking for a bit of revenge. What can we see here? Of course, Chaos 2 has never defeated Hefty. Hefty has been the stronger of the two machines, and at the moment, can you believe this is what's happening? Hefty now trying to get... it's flipped itself over, of course, using a very interesting way to flip a robot with the back lifting up. But Chaos 2 here has been on its back for an awfully long time. It's now self-righted, but Repot was very close to come out for the kill and count them out, but Hefty now is in trouble self-righting graciously. Now Chaos 2 comes in with the flip, and the flip, well, Repot's boarded, the pit's, now the pit's been activated, there you can see the tyre, and the pit's depressed, so Roboteers now have to extra obstacle in the arena. I don't think Repot, why would Repot even descended the pit there? There was no threat, there was no interference, there was no, well, was he bored? I don't think so. This is a great fight. Sergeant Bash comes charging in, he's on patrol. He's now taking orders because you are in a corner patrol zone, the CPZ, which means the house robots can have their way with you. And look at this, the Sergeant piercing down and has ripped off the Shremek. Oh, goodness me, and has dumped the Shremek in the pit. Well, you go into a CPZ, that is exactly what you expect. Chaos 2 has flipped the Sergeant. Look at this. You weren't watching or paying attention, sir. On your back. The wheels spin. Oh dear, Sergeant. I've not seen you like that for a while on your back. Goodness, what have you been doing in the barracks? I dread to think. Repot now, look at this. Chaos 2 is going to get its revenge here because Hefty is about to be counted out. Oh! Off he goes again. Look at this now. Mr. Kilowatt taking some kind of revenge from the attack on Sergeant Bash. He's being hung out to dry, but to be honest, doesn't mean anything. Chaos 2 is through, but look into the pit of oblivion. Oh, the smoke fills the screen. Chaos 2,
Cease.
you go through to round 2. Delicious. Well, there we go. The Fourth Wars champion is out. Chaos 2, the Second Wars champion and winner of many other events, goes through next. Revolutionist and Challenger. Another grudge match from the 6th series. This is going to be interesting. Patrolling, it's the meanest robot on the planet. Mr. Saka, look at him, looking evil. And Saka, oh goodness me, the two heavyweights.
Roboteers, stand by.
Here we go then.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Again from the 6th series eliminator fight of the 6th series grand final. Look at this for a start though. I was going to say Revolutionist suffered and was defeated at this point in the 6th series. Kilowatt looking on there, look. But at the moment, Revolutionist is doing all of the damage. Of course, Revolutionist losing at this point in the 6th series. The eliminator, as I said, Challenger went on to win against Storm, the defending champion, in the grand final. But at the moment, it's all over the place. You see, now, unfortunately, this version of Challenger was very underwhelming when it returned for the 8th war. It lost in its first round against Dan Tonkier. Dan Tonkier flipped it out the arena. We've just seen the flip there from the floor. Flip for the first time in the Champion of Champion tournament. Challenger now looks like an ironing board, doesn't it, really? The front of Challenger. Is it as good as its original design back in the 6th and 7th wars? I don't know. At the moment, I would say no, because look at that! Revolutionist has just completely pummeled and destroyed the front flipper. It's hanging by a thread there, look. This is what we love from Revolutionist. It's a pleasure to see this, because this is 20 years in the making. Killalot looking on menacingly from his corner patrol zone. Do not go anywhere near Sir Killalot. But at the moment, you should really be saying, don't go anywhere near Revolutionist. Off goes the flipper. The whole flipper has just been ripped off Challenger. This is what Revolutionist lacked in the 6th series, in the 6th war against Challenger. It's obviously learned from its mistakes and has come back completely learning from, like I said, its mistakes. And oh my goodness me, Sir Killalot and Mr. Psycho now are just going to sweep up. I don't think Challenger can do anything. Of course, debuting in the 6th series, but hasn't really had any real success since it won the 6th war. Oh dear me, and at the moment in the Champion of Champions tournament is about to lose out to, personally, the champion of the series. But look at this, Revolutionist coming in for the kill, learning from its mistake it made against Challenger in that fateful eliminator fight in the grand final of the 6th series, and RefBot's count is final. Challenger are about to be challenged for the very last time. Oh, and that is it. Mr. Psycho now getting its hammer stuck right in. Don't think it can do that much damage. It's pretty much destroyed. Revolutionist has destroyed Challenger completely. But Killalot's now toying with its prey, and it's up to him. I'm not going to argue with you. Do what you want over the flame pit there. We can see. No, it's going to be the floor flipper again. Look at this. Onto the flipper. Wait for it any second now. Killalot looks on. Oh goodness me. Something's come off Killalot there. It hit Killalot. I don't think he's going to take carry to that. Look at that. I think it was his camera. His onboard little camera. Let's just have a quick look at that. Look at this. Oh, and over it goes. Yes, it was. I wonder if it's damaged.
Cease.
He won't take kindly to that, but that's the last we're going to see of Challenger. Revolutionist staying put and keeping out of the way, and rightly so. This is shaping up to be a good semi-final round, but finally, it's the reigning champion, Bot from the blue, versus the War of Independence champion, Razer.
Robot ears, stand by.
The sparks fly with Dead Metal patrolling, and his faithful sidekick, Sir Killalot.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
A fresh fight here. Neither have fought each other before in the wars. They were, of course, featured in the semi-final stage, but not fighting each other. Of course, Razer losing in its first round against Witch Doctor in the semis, Bot from the blue escaping the semi-finals and obviously going on to win the 8th war. And look at this! All the piercing! That was dreadful. Look at the damage Razer has done to the back of Bot from the blue as it descends the pit. That's awful damage. Look at this. Is this any way destroyed Bot from the blue? Remember, Bot from the blue has never lost a fight. It's remarkable that it returns, of course, as the Champion of Champions tournament continues. Are we going to see it continue its reign of terror in the arena at the moment? Yes! Oh, and another flip here. Razer can still fly, but it's very slow to do so. Razer, of course, look at that flip onto the other side of the arena. Razer, the War of Independence champion, the reigning War of Independence champion, is on the ropes. Oh, and he's out the arena. It's an OOT.
Cease.
OOTA. That is, of course, out of the arena. There we go. Bot from the blue continues its reign of terror. Can anything beat this machine? Well, we have a fantastic lineup. These are the 4 very, very best robots we have ever seen in the arena. Axor, of course, the underdog, but we have a special event for you now. That's right, we've got an extra fight. We may have been seeing the Champion of Champions, but now we go to the losers of losers, if that makes sense. That's right, the 3 worst performing robots we have seen throughout the series are going to be competing now in the arena together. That's right, from one extreme to the other. Neptune from Series 5 barely even entered the arena. Killerbot debuted in Series 4. And Jack in the very, very first series.
Robot ears, stand by. 3.
This is great.
2, 1. Activate.
Yes, that's right. The special event is the worst 3 performing robots we've seen in quite some... This is exactly what... Well, Refbot just can't quite believe what he's seen there. Basically, Neptune did exactly what it did before it even entered the arena in Series 5 in the 5th Wars. Killerbot has impaled itself and Jack's just fallen over. Jack, we saw 20 years ago. That's right, we saw Jack 20 years ago in its only performance in the first war, Heat 6, Round 1. He was in the arena with Tornado and Wheelie Big Cheese, so he really had no chance. And let's face it, he's not had another chance whatsoever in this fight. And Mr. Psycho now, it's just food for the house robots. Look, Neptune. Neptune. Who the hell's won this? It's Killerbot. Well, the thing is, Killerbot, is Killerbot still going, or was Neptune... was Neptune mobile before Killerbot impaled itself? I have no idea. It'll be confirmed by the judges, I'm sure, surely. But we've got Killerbot, Growler coming in. There we can see for the kill. Mr. Psycho seems to have a fascination with Neptune's head. I'm sure we'll see that fly in a minute. Yes, there we go. On the floor flipper that goes. Growler's had enough. He wants the pit descended. And yes, there goes Neptune into the pit. And the smoke bellows out. Well, then there were 2. However, I think personally Neptune was the last one mobile. So we'll see in a minute. But Mr. Psycho has got his head. He's not happy with the fact that... the drop zone... I didn't even see that. It was so quickly. Well, there we can see the drop zone going off. I think that was a cooker. And Killerlot against Killerbot. Well, we knew that was going to happen, didn't we? And of course, there's always been that history, the grudge between the two. Look, they've been pitted, nearly pitted. Goodness me, that was nearly good timing for the flipper. The flipper's been on a roll. First hitting Killerbot earlier on and nearly hitting the pit of oblivion. But there we can see Growler now trying to finish off Jack. Poor Jack. This is great. We've only seen Jack in one fight. And Neptune also in one fight. Killerbot did return, of course. So, you know, you've got to admire these 3 robots. They're all rubbish. But we love them.
Cease.
As the smoke fills the arena. Who the heck has won that? I have absolutely no idea. It was all a bit of fun, of course, with these 3 robots. The jokers of the pack, but entertaining. Oh, they have given it to Neptune. Well, I was a yes. I did think that Neptune was standing last there. Mobilization, of course. That is. But now it's on to the semi-finals. First up, Chaos 2 and Axor. It's another grudge match here from the 4th War Heat Final.
Robot ears, stand by.
Well, here we go then. The semi-final round. Chaos 2 there. And to be honest, if you want an underdog for this whole tournament, look at Axor. It's got the self-righting arm. It's got the axe, of course. Lurking in the corner there, it's Growler, the Prowler. Alongside Growler is his master, Mrs. Psycho. He's still got a bit of Killerbot under his claw. Oh, God,
3,
that's awful.
2, 1. Activate.
Once more, another grudge match here. Cast your mind back to the Heat Final in the 4th Wars when they both met. And Chaos 2 only just survived and went through to the semi-finals. It was an extremely close fight. Axor was so close to pitting Chaos 2. The klaxon went and... oh! And managed to survive, but is Axor going to survive the arena floor? It's a hazard. It's an actual hazard. The arena floor is an actual hazard. Goodness me. Well, we've seen this before. Wheelie Big Cheese, I seem to recall, went through the arena in this exact same spot. I think we need to have a word with the people who make the arena, aka me. But for the time being, look at... I think we need to call C's. This is not fair. This is an attack from underground. Below. Chaos 2 here can take advantage here. Refbot's coming in to have a look. I think he was about to call the fight and go to a restart. A rematch. Mate. Oh! Okay. There is obviously an issue with the arena. I'll be sure to resolve this as soon as possible, folks. Oh, there we go. Mr. Psycho's just decided to completely annihilate the arena and robots. There we can see. There's a big gash now in the arena wall. Floor even. Chaos 2 now. Well, Mr. Psycho did some good there. The house cleaning up, literally, our house robots ever present. It's great to have them all in this amazing semi-final stage fight. It's a grudge match. It's a replay of the 4th War Heat final. It's lovely. It really is. I mean, the underdog, like I've said, Axor, Chaos 2 here really are struggling. The back armour, of course, has come off. The back panel, Perspex panel, has come off, and Axor just keeps on hammering away. You can see why Axor is our reigning world champion. And okay, it put up a great fight against Chaos 2 in the 4th series, and then sadly lost to Revolutionist in the 8th series, which is when we last saw Axor. And in the 5th war, they were actually in the same heat as Revolutionist. Oh, and the pit's descended. Now, this is great. Look at this skill. As I was saying, they actually lost to Tyrant in the 5th war in Revolutionist heat. But at the moment, they're going to get the revenge. In goes. Can they get themselves off the flip of her? Yes! Just look at that. Axor. What a performance. What a machine. This is the underdog of the whole tournament. Surely. As Chaos 2 now, winning so many tournaments, is out. We weren't going to see the Chaos 2, potentially the Chaos 2 Revolutionist / bot from the blue fight Axor through. Do not rule this machine out. Very unlucky not to get further, I think, Axor, in the main competition in the past. But next, oh, it's the one we've been waiting for, is the grudge match. Revolutionist humiliated, bot from the blue, triumphant in their last encounter in the 8th war. What can we see here?
Robotiers, stand by.
Well, overseeing this epic fight, I'm sure, is Shunt and Matilda.
3, 2, 1.
Can we beat, what, 5 seconds? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, that's it. No, bot from the blue is already doing worse than it did in its fight against Revolutionist in the 8th series in the semi-final stage. Revolutionist now, of course, yes, it doesn't have the streamer, but the gyroscopic speed prevents it from being flipped. If it's up to speed, that is, of course. This is where bot from the blue can take advantage, because their armor is strong. They can stop the disc and then flip Revolutionist. There! Just like that, right on cue. Goodness me, and the disc spins here now, and bot from the blue just leaves Revolutionist as it is on the, of course, it's on the pits there. If they just leave the machine, well, they've not done. Is it going to be flipped again and again? Yes! Revolutionist, very few robots have beaten this machine in the past. It has been with us right from the word go. It's 20th year in action. But Revolutionist today in the Champion of Champion fights is all over the place. And bot from the blue doing its party trick, what we always love to see it do. Once it defeats its machine, its competitor, it goes after the house and it's just flipped Matilda. It's great to see. Goodness me, Matilda. Oh, and Revolutionist, the disc has actually come off. Bot from the blue just stands. Look at this. Like I said, not many robots. I can count probably on one hand the number of robots who have been in this position defeating Revolutionist, and they are out. We weren't going to get that Chaos 2 Revolutionist final. It's the other way. I do love a bit of drama in the arena, and there goes Revolutionist. Can you believe it? Bot from the blue, the reigning champion, yet to lose a fight. Remember, what a dramatic way to get through to the grand final, the champion of the champions. You might even say these two robots competing now are the very best we have seen when it comes to winning competitions. Chaos 2 Revolutionist out. Bot from the blue and Axor are next in the arena fighting for the ultimate prize. This isn't just a tournament, this is the tournament of tournaments. Here we go then. Bot from the blue will start as the favourite. Axor very much the underdog. However, don't rule this out at all. And there is Axor, bot from the blue. Here we go.
Robotiers, stand by.
Patrolling for our final fight. It's Matilda and Shunt, old pals in the arena. Great stuff. Here we go then.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
The cream has risen to the top. This is the ultimate fight for me. The accumulation of 20 years of fighting in the arena here. After 8 series, 3 extreme shows, and a load of tournaments along the way, as Refbot comes in with his close camera to look on, this is what it's all been about. The very best, the champion of champions, and it's been a pleasure to oversee 20 years in the making here. And Axor is on top, and I tell you this now, don't rule him out. Bot from the Blues back, damaged by Razer in the first round here, is suffering. And if Axor can just keep that axe where it hurts in the hole there of poor Bot from the Blue, we could be looking at Bot from the Blue's very first defeat in the arena. The flames look on as Axor nears the flames. Where are we going? Towards the CPZ here now. Shunt now can get some kind of revenge back from the attack on Matilda earlier. We can see, look at that from the Blue, very nearly out the arena. This really would be some irony. Out of all of the machines, Bot from the Blue has flipped. You're going to be flipped out the arena by an axe bot. And over goes Bot from the Blue. They can self-right, and they do. Just in the nick of time, because I think Refbot wasn't far behind there. And now we can see the reverse. In comes Axor, well, trying to self-right. In comes Bot from the Blue, should I say, trying to flip. Axor clean out of the arena there. Axor self-rights there. We can see Bot from the Blue gets one, flipping nearly out of the arena. That flew. Look how far this flew. Nearly out the arena there. Look at that. Slamming right next to Shunt, and that is not a pretty place to be. From one axe to the other here we can see, look at this, Shunt coming in to do all the damage with that axe. You don't want to be anywhere near it. They've been righted, but no, I don't think that's going to be enough. Axor now struggling to get out of that corner. Bot from the Blue well on top here and maintaining and defending. It's an amazing run of no losses and all wins. I don't think we've ever seen the like. Not even Revolutionist has achieved this. Its run of wins is phenomenal, if that is going to be the case, but I don't see any way of Axor here coming back. I don't know. Oh, they've landed on the floor flip. Well, it's managed to land the right way up, luckily for Axor, but I don't think it's slow and sluggish. It's just been knocked into a daze. Bot from the Blue really has been a bolt of lightning that struck Axor in the worst possible way, and Axor here are on the verge of losing. No disgrace though. Look, Matilda has sensed immobilization. Has she just damaged the chassis there of Axor? I think she has, you know. Look at that. And the arena. Goodness me, Shunt's found the hole, the weak spot. And really is now like a carcass. Toing and throwing. They're just feeding off the carcass of poor Axor. Bot from the Blue adding insult to injury as Shunt now comes in. Have they lost the Streamec arm on one side, which is preventing them from self-righting? I think so here, look, as the ref bot, is he going to be close by? No, Matilda's there with her tusks and flywheel. Ref bot coming in for the count. We are about to see Bot from the Blue maintain its winning streak. Goodness me, ref bot, slow to count that out. Poor Axor out, but you've done it. Onto the floor flip. What timing the floor flip has been on this tournament. Look at that. 1-2 and brilliant timing from Bot from the Blue. This has been phenomenal. Absolutely brilliant. Axor sent into orbit. Bot from the Blue, well, their running streak continues. They've won the 8th war and has now won the Champion of Champions. This is the very best 10 fights in a row this machine has won. It's been an absolute pleasure. What a win for Bot from the Blue. 20 years in the making. Thank you for watching.